Chapter 8, The Ambassador's Disguise, Part 2. Students, you have read first part that some novels were boasting about themselves in the palace of Vladimir, but one novel, his name was Stavro Gadanovich, was not boasting himself, but Gadanovich boasted about his wife Katrina. Hearing the boasting of Katrina, the prince became very angry and Gadanovich was arrested and sent to the dungeon. When Katrina heard what happened to her husband, he thought a plan to rescue him. He arranged 30 archers, 30 chess masters, and 30 magicians and went to the palace of Vladimir. He introduced herself as ambassador of the king of Greece, and she announced to the prince that I have come to collect tribute from you. If you refuse to pay, my army of 40,000 men will take your city. Hearing this, Prince Vladimir started trembling with fear. Now let's start part 2. Give me time to think, ambassadors, he begged. Prince is begging to some time to think, but time is precious, roared the ambassador. I want your answer now. Pay the tribute. Tribute means a payment made by one ruler to another as an expression of gratitude. Or we will attack. If you cannot pay, then give your niece Zavava to be my wife. The prince's niece Zavava was a beautiful and clever girl. The prince loved her dearly. There was nothing in the world he wouldn't do to protect her. When Prince Vig takes the time to think, then ambassador, ambassador means Katrina, wrote that and said to the prince, time is precious. I want your answer now. She wanted his answer just, but prince wanted to time to think. Pay the tribute or we will attack. She given a option, if you pay, otherwise I will attack your city. If you cannot pay, then give me your niece. Give me your niece Zavava. Ambassadors has given another option. If you give me your niece Zavava, then no need to pay tribute. Ambassadors wants to Zavava as wife. The prince's niece Zavava was a beautiful and clever girl. Zavava was also very beautiful and clever girl. The prince loved her dearly, and prince loved her very much. There was nothing in the world he wouldn't do to protect her. Now prince has no option to protect her. At this time, Jawab was sitting in the great hall, watching and listening to all that was said. Jawab also present in the palace, and everything see, hearing and watching what happened in the palace. The prince asked her, beloved niece, only you can save us, what should we do? Now prince is asking to her niece Zababa to what should we do? Dear uncle, replied Zababa, I obey you in all matters, but I cannot marry a woman. This ambassador is not a man but a woman. See how the ambassador talks and walks. Look at the ring marks on her delicate fingers. Jawava replied that I am agreed to marry, but I can't marry a woman because ambassador is a woman. Look how the ambassador talks, barks, and ring marks on her soft fingers. You may be right, agreed the prince, but what can we do to find out if the ambassador is man or woman? Prince said to Jawaba that I agree, but how can we find out that ambassador is man or woman? A little later, Prince Vladimir spoke to the ambassador. After some time, Vladimir spoke to the ambassador. Dear ambassador, said the prince, my niece loves the people with great skills. I can only allow her to marry you if you can show us that you are skillful. Come show us if you can play the harp. Prince said to the ambassador that I love very much to my niece, but my niece like those people who has great skills. So I want to show your skill and play the harp. A harp was brought and Katrina began to play it and sing. The nobles were enchanted with the music, but no one could tell whether the ambassador was a man or a woman. When Katrina began to play harp and sing, all the nobles were enjoying very much, and but no one could tell whether the ambassador was man or woman. Then the prince asked the ambassador to play a game of chess. The prince was the best player in the land. He believed if the ambassador was a woman, she would lose. Now prince offered to play the game of chess, and prince was the best player in the land, and he confident that if ambassador was a woman, he will lose the game. Much to the prince's astonishment, the ambassador won the game. The prince turned to Jawab. This is no woman, he whispered. Ambassador won the game. Now prince turned to Jawaba and said to Jawaba that this is no woman. I am sure she is, replied Jawaba. But Jawaba believed that she, ambassador, is a woman. The prince thought for a while, then said to ambassador, let us now try some archery. The prince, the ambassador, and the nobles all went outside into a large country yard. A golden ring was set up at one end, and the prince placed a steel knife behind it. Prince thought for a while, then said the ambassador, let's now try some archery. Prince and ambassadors went to the archery, and prince fixed a golden ring and placed a steel knife behind it. First the prince shot 3 arrows at the target. The arrows passed through the ring but did not hit the knife. Then the ambassador shot an arrow at the ring. The arrow hissed like a snake. As it flew, it passed through the ring and cut itself into two against the edge of the knife. Prince could not hit the target, but ambassador hit the target. Now the prince was sure that the ambassador was a man, but Jawaba still did not agree with him. Prince is very confident that ambassador is man, but now Jawaba is not believe that ambassador is man. I shall not marry a woman, she cried. The ambassador may shoot arrows just like a man, but he talks, walks, and sits just like a woman. Jawaba cried that I shall not marry a woman. I know that ambassadors shoot arrow just like a man, but look, her talks, walks, and sits just like a woman. The prince became angry. You are being silly, he said. I ordered you to marry the ambassadors. Go prepare for your wedding. Now, prince became very angry and ordered to Jawaba that go from here and prepare yourself for wedding. Jawaba ran off in tears. The prince told the ambassadors that his bride would soon be ready, but Katrina decided to put an end to this game. Jawaba ran off with the tears in her eyes, and Prince told the ambassador that his bride would soon be ready. But Katrina decided to put an end to this game. He said to the prince, before the wedding, let's fight each other, let's us see who is stronger. Ambassadors offered to the prince to fight to each other. Ambassador wants to know that who is stronger. Trembling at the suggestion, the prince said, Ambassador, there is no one here who is your match. Prince replied to the ambassador that in the palace there are no match to you. Oh dear, replied Katrina, is there no one? I was looking forward to some sport. Perhaps there is a brave warrior in your dungeons who could fight me. Katrina replied to the prince that maybe a brave bear in your dungeon who could fight me. Yes, yes, there is, said the prince, smiling, and remembering Stever Godunovich, he immediately ordered the guards to bring Stever from the dungeons. Prince became very happy, and he replied to the he replied to Katrina, yes, yes, there is, and sent to the guards to bring Stever Godunovich. Soon Stever Godunovich arrived. He was ordered to put on a suit of armor and mount a horse. When Stever was ready, he and the ambassador galloped into a nearby field. All the nobles went to watch the great fight. When Godunovich present in front of Prince ordered to Godunovich to prepare yourself as a soldier and fight with ambassador. The ambassador and Stever rode towards each other and then leapt from horse to horse. They threw their steel clubs in the air and then rode straight towards the prince. The trivial ambassador of Greece took off her helmet and threw in it at the feet of the prince. Katrina's beautiful long hair fell down over the shoulders. The nobles gasped in surprise. Both are ready to fight. Now they threw their steel clubs in the air and then rode straight towards the prince. And Katrina took off her helmet and threw it at the feet of the prince. Now Katrina's long hair fell down on her shoulders. Hearing this, all nobles gossiped with surprise. Great prince, laughed Katrina. Katrina told to the prince with smiling, I have rescued my husband from your dungeons. You must agree he was right to boast of my skills. Now farewell. Katrina told the prince with smiling that I rescued my husband from your dungeons. You must agree he was right to boost up my skill. Now farewell. And laughing together, Katrina and Stever Godunovich rode away.